Hello there, everyone. This is me, No Name117 Spore, back with Roller Waves 2, episode 56, I believe, of the series, where we find out what happens when Britain and Japan go to war in 1919. Yes. Currently, they have invaded our possession of Sakhalin, which we took from the Russians, and, however, that has left the Liaotung Peninsula and Tsingtao, the two main bases in the region, untouched. It also means that Hong Kong is for now safe as well. I am glad that it was Sakhalin rather than something else. We are right now trying to ferry ships from Northern Europe down there. They're actually currently mainly in the Mediterranean, so it will take 1, 2, 3 more months to get there. Currently in aircraft types, our torpedo bomber request is almost done. The problem is once it enters service, it still has to, work up, which is going to be very annoying. So we're kind of not the best prepared for this situation right now. The hope is that we can get there in time and actually do something. Good news is, we did get a second CVL done. That would be Euralis. She does have to spend some time working up, though. Right now, the air group on these ships, I have a fighter squadron each. I think I am going to, at Portsmouth, place an air unit as well. I'm trying to think, how many fighters would I actually want on the other carriers? Now, the issue is Japan right now does have a torpedo bomber. It's probably being worked on, but they're going to have a torpedo bomber before us, very slightly. They do have 3 air bases, and unfortunately, one of them is at... Oh, where are these located? Where are these located? So, they have an air base at Gensan, right there. They have an air base at Shana, which is over there. And then they have an airbase at Chinampo, which is over here. So actually going up against like the main Japanese islands is not that big of a concern. The problem is these. And I'm rapidly trying to get air bases up in, Port Arthur, Dalney, and Tsingtao. Um, those will be complete in 2 turns, although, they will have to be upgraded fairly quickly. So I think what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to try to get the air groups working up for these air bases to move, or basically to send down there, because we got Portsmouth, Harwich, and Grimsby. And we also need stuff for our CVLs, and I was going to work on this last time, but entirely forgot. So I believe it is the Audacity R9. Yeah. Okay, spot value of 19. So we imagine that we want part of that to be a torpedo. Actually, well, they don't have any CVLs right now. So we want all of that to be a torpedo bomber strike, I believe. Is that correct? They do not have any CVLs. They don't have any. They're not working on any. Okay. That is excellent to know. Oh, the other thought is that I acquire some, I might acquire 2, like, AMCs for, CVL conversion here. I'm actually strongly considering that. That would probably that would be a really good use of my funds. Alright. So, simply put, for that sort of carrier, and we're going to have one of those in like 5 months. Although it would take time to get down there, so like the squadron could probably just work up on it. It might be something where I just put that, or get the squadron ready, but put it into reserve. Okay, so let's add air units to these bases. So we're gonna get flying boats at ports, or yeah, we're gonna get flying boats at all these bases. So I'm thinking we get maybe 6-ish flying boats. I think we'll get, we'll have 8 at Tsingtao and then 4 at the other locations. This is gonna get interesting very, very quickly. And I can add air units to reserve too. So then at Portsmouth, we would want what would it be? So fighters. I think each base is gonna get a squadron of 4 fighters. Okay. So that would be what gets sent down until we can have a torpedo bomber squadron ready. Once we have torpedo bombers, that's gonna fill up the rest of the base. Um, yeah. Now, the remaining thing I actually want to do is, okay, that can only carry 12 more. So in reserve, we're actually going to have a group of 14 carrier train fighters. These are going to go on the, next new carrier when she commissions, and basically just have fighter squadrons kind of ready. The other one is far enough out that I'm not going to get her fighter squadron ready quite yet. But yeah, that will be Audacity's fighter squadron. Cressy's far enough out too. Yeah, Cressy and Estrella are far enough out, but I think the other thing I want to do is... Okay, so let's auto-generate. So let's think about an AMC. So I believe if we do this... how fast can we make it? You cannot have a speed above 25 or 21 knots. Okay, that is actually a problem, thinking about it now. Because if we go 21 knots, maybe with medium range, and then convert this into an aircraft carrier, it's going to require an engine refit. Um, and then we get it later in the war. Although this is something where I could like build this initially and then halt it. Um, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to do 6-inch guns. H, J, and K. Oh, wait, no. Not H. F, G, and J, and K. Um, and let's just already refit the plane, or fit the planes on her. I'll get mines on her. Actually, how many planes before she gets changed over to an AV? 4 planes. Okay, so that's what it's allowing me. And then, yeah, let's convert her back into an armed merchant cruiser. And, let's actually give her a funnel. Alright, although that costs way more than I expected. Alright, give me only one for now then. Although actually, let me go to design, let me go to CVL and just generate a name. Okay, we'll do charger. Rename your charger. So the goal is to basically build one and then refit it into a CVL. For Northeast Asia, and then possibly those can also be refit into proper CVs. it's a small engagement, I'll accept, but I'm guessing I'll lose this. But I think it's better if I can draw than if I don't. Oh god, it's not detecting desktop audio. Why? If I put it, there we go. Now it's detecting desktop audio. I have been having issues with that. 120 knots. Run just into Korsakov. I don't know why OBS, like, is having actual fucking, like, detecting audio issues now, but it is, for some dumbass reason. I don't know why. I do not know why. The game is very loud. Is that something I can change in settings? Yes. Largely got rid of it. Oh, they only had 2 destroyers. Interesting. I thought they would have had more. Battle was a draw. Estrella is commissioned. New torpedo bomber prototypes. Thank goodness. Alright. Okay, range. We gotta go range. That one has the best speed as well. Awesome. New fighter. Gladly take it. It has bombs. Cure in the fortifications of Sakhalin. We have damaged a Japanese BB. We have sunk a Japanese destroyer. Nicely done. They've not sunk any of our subs. We managed to hit some of theirs. I'm gonna get 2 Lance class destroyers building. Oh yeah, they are critically understaffed in terms of anti-submarine warfare ships. Um, that is a significant weakness. We have a massive light force advantage. Okay, so Estrella needs to be sent in for that rebuild right now. Okay, air groups wise, cannot add torpedo bombers to anything yet because they're not worked up. How long will it take to develop that? 2 turns, 2 turns. Request proposals. Um, I mean, we got a Barracuda C. The full plane scout's a bit old. But I think honestly, my thought is we're gonna attrit torpedo bombers more quickly than anything else. If I can get a second torpedo bomber into production here, um, yeah, if I get a second torpedo bomber into production, hopefully I can have like 2 torpedo bombers going up against them. I think Fighter got slowed down. Spartan's almost back in service. The rest of these are almost back in service. 2 adventure classes. One is 4 turns away. We're close to getting these extra cruisers. Um, that one's still 14 turns away, unfortunately. These guys still mothballed. They're gonna stay mothballed. This isn't their war. Okay, we're gonna wind up with a bunch of ships in Southeast Asia here soon. Just kinda like start considering options. The Doomstack is gonna arrive in Southeast Asia. I'm gonna have to decline that. I will fight this. So this is a... Ooh, interesting. So this is a Comus class cruiser, which is not very good. But it looks like some of the cruisers from our main formation have arrived because we have a Peak class cruiser here. Okay, what are we up against? What is Japan? What does Japan put in this region? I don't want to go squad max. I want to go peak max. Yeah, Cleopatra, you can detach. I don't care. Phoebe is gonna run that goddamn ship down and catch it and sink it. Whatever it is. It's a CL. Okay, that's Nizumi class. It can go 21 knots! It's their only CL in service! We haven't counted the one Japanese CL in service. They have sent it on a raid. BB is like, I am going to sink you now. Like, even Cleopatra could... Like, Cleopatra's probably an even fight versus that thing. Phoebe's just gonna zoom and run it down. Like, what can it do? What can it do? Phoebe's catching up. Oh god, they're bracketing the ship on both sides. Okay, so it's fighting Cleopatra. Okay, actually, this game audio is too quiet. Sound volume up to 15 again. Alright, so Phoebe kinda turn. Can. What's Phoebe's crew rating? 0. Alright. Phoebe took a belt penetration. Didn't do much. We did score a 6-inch hit on her. I mean, her belt's a little stronger, but, like, Phoebe's gonna have more modern guns. And, of course, you know, Phoebe can just kind of zoom. Oh god. Look at this pass. Okay, audio for the game is still going on. Seems like this Japanese ship is hitting us more than we're hitting it. There we go. Okay, Phoebe takes a couple of hits, not good. Phoebe's been slowed. We did get another 6-inch into the Izumi. Oh my god, it's saying that that thing's had a lot of battles. Alright. Phoebe is really starting to lay into that Izumi now. And is launching more torpedoes. The Izumi's in a bad situation to try to take out Phoebe. Looks like a couple... yeah, Phoebe's taking not very good hits. The Izumi is slowed, though. And, Cleopatra's gonna try to catch up and do some additional damage. I think I am gonna kind of run Phoebe in front. But we've definitely done some significant damage to that Izumi class. Problem is, you know, Phoebe's just also taking hits. And Cleopatra's just not doing much. Which side... Okay. Which side torpedo tubes haven't fired? Starboard. So if we kind of come up on this side, we can get more torpedoes underway. I'm going to do a quick swerve with Cleopatra just in case that Izumi has torpedoes underway. Good shot, Cleopatra. Alright, quick swerve with Phoebe. Alright, the Izumi has now turned straight into Phoebe. She's turning away. Into Cleopatra. Cleopatra launched a torpedo. Cleopatra's gonna turn around. Phoebe's gonna pursue. Yeah, we are working over this ship. Phoebe took a belt penetration to the engine room. Oh, Cleopatra's formed up again for some reason. I don't know why. I'm hoping that Cleopatra just separates. But we are pounding that Izumi class now. She is looking worse for wear. One of her turrets is destroyed, another one is jammed. It's probably better to get on this side. But, you know, we're on this side already. Keep firing. She's slowed. That is a crippled Japanese protected cruiser. She's on fire. This is their only protected cruiser in service. And it's sinking. Good job! Good job. First victory of the war goes to us. Goes to the CLs, Phoebe and Cleopatra. Um, okay, I will say... What day? And then... Okay, just quickly listing that down. And I am going to check the location, because I kind of got to. Um, I actually probably should do that, like, right after the episode's over, but oh well. Alright, so I'm going to first check Phoebe. So Phoebe did have significant damage from that. So that first was a 6-inch belt penetration. Takes 3-inch engine room, did not go through. These two did some significant damage. Super another belt penetration and a fore-aft hull hit. I think those slowed her down. Engine room belt penetration, not good. One of the turrets got disabled, and then she just kind of keeps opening up. Cleopatra take any hits? She did not. Izumi did. So our first hit, it was only a hull hit. It burst inside the coal bunker, so it didn't do anything. We did manage belt penetration after that. Two superstructure hits. We did knock out some secback guns. Then we get a fore-aft hull, destroy the turret, hull belt penetration, shell burst limited by coal bunkers. So that seems to be an issue. That's the one which slowed her down. Superstructure hit. Superstructure hit. So she did launch a torpedo. Okay, by the end, she was not dangerous in terms of torpedoes. She launched a torpedo at Cleopatra. Hull damaged by splinters with that 5-inch shell near miss. Oh, she launched a torpedo at... Yeah, she launched a torpedo at both of our ships, and they both missed. Thank God. I was probably doing some swerving or some weird maneuvering. Uh, you know what? Go back in the video and check... whoever's watching this, go back in the video and check at 140 and 131. But yeah, this is where she just starts taking hits. Although, didn't do much, near miss, didn't do much. That would have done something, that wouldn't have done much. That would have done something. That looks like caused some flooding. She got it under control. So she's not flooding very heavily right now. Another belt extended hit. Turret disabled. We're just starting to land the hits. Oh yeah, her flooding's on 13 at this point. That was probably this belt extended hit from Cleopatra. Near miss, near miss. I'll pass through superstructure. Fire control damaged. Near miss, superstructure hit. Destroyed a turret. She's on fire at this point. Something here started fire. I don't know what. Yeah, something in this set must have produced a fire. I mean, it might have even been above. Could have been a small fire somewhere up here. I don't know. Just gets lit on fire. Fire starts spreading. Engine room belt, superstructure hit. Waterline belt extended hit, and yeah, she's just sinking. So, tough little cruiser. Put up more of a fight than I was expecting. Still went down. Did not survive. That is one of Japan's two cruisers in their light force gone. Definitely their heavy fleet is what concerns me, but like, it's gonna be that heavy fleet and a handful of destroyers. I might have the advantage. And you know, I'm gonna have a aircraft carrier, although I need to get a torpedo bomber on it as soon as possible. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to intentionally, you know, wait on my torpedo bomber divisions a little bit. And you know, only put the first group on that carrier. Carrier gets the first group. Once that group's filled out, the air bases get some. So yeah, not a terrible engagement. First victory goes to us wherever we located. We were located off of a, we were located off of a Vietnam, like off of a Nam. Okay. So yeah, good battle. Don't know what I'll name it. Actually, no, I'll probably name it like the sinking of Izumi. Finished airbase construction. No, do not copy. No copying. No copying. No copying. No copying. Spartan has finished her reconstruction. Getting close to purpose-built aircraft carriers. Clubland Scout as a private venture, we have needed a replacement. It does not have as big of a bomb load or as big of a range as our current ones. Or it is not as fast. I don't need it. Sokolin's fortifications are helping hold stuff up, so we do lose one of our subs. Oh, Cleopatra and Amphion. Okay, Amphion thwarted Izumi's attack. Okay, interesting story actually. Radar activity. So Cleopatra thwarts Izumi's attacks on something, and then she, or I assume Phoebe, just arriving into the region, is like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you with this," and they both ran her down and sank her. So Izumi is gone. Equipped with BB short or PB short swordfish. Steel shortages have delayed Cressy by a month. Japan has laid down KEs and AMCs. France has commissioned some ships and completed air bases. More ships in the South American west coast. Something there's something there's moving. Alright, so in Southeast Asia, we can support our current force in Southeast Asia. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is gonna get fun! Are you ready, Japan? Are you ready, kids? Sorry. Okay, and our, refitted capitals are almost done. They're gonna start steaming down there as soon as, ASAP. Those things need to get down there as soon as possible. Okay, so the last thing we need to do, a little bit of air group management before I call the video. So, we're still a turnout from that, yeah. Still a development turnout from that torpedo bomber. Can't get that in yet. Alright, so Portsmouth. Uh, you guys are the ones getting moved. Come on. You're getting moved to Tsingtao. I'm gonna copy that air group and paste it at Korsakov. You guys are getting moved to Port Arthur. And then you guys are getting moved to Dalney. In the meantime, these air bases will be built up. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to set Formosa as an invasion target. And we're just going to start sending stuff over into Northeast Asia at this point. I think right now these we need a large force in Northeast Asia. Move ship into Northeast Asia. Alright, so that will be 7 capitals. Unfortunately, we are going to have to wait a bit to get some other capitals in. Okay, you know what? Okay, those have submerged torpedo tubes. Yeah, peaks are the only ones with above water torpedo tubes, although I do kind of want to get some of the other ones refit with them. So I'm gonna hold the Charybdis back in Southeast, or the Charybdises back in Southeast Asia. Move the rest of those guys to Northeast Asia to, support the invasion there. In terms of our destroyers, um, I think the hydras and lizards I'm gonna hold back. Oh, no, I don't want to move them. Don't want to have them on raider status. You guys go into Northeast Asia, and because that is actually where I'm most concerned about mines. These guys will move into Northeast Asia as well. So this is not going to be a blockade of Japan quite yet. If I need to halt something, yeah, I think I have to halt in constant here. All right, I think that's good. But that's also good for this episode. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been me, Noni17 Spore, fighting the war with Japan. We got the first kill on a Japanese ship that would, well, okay, we got the first 3 on a Japanese ships. How did you sink? Oh, okay, our submarine sank in a duel. So we managed to sink 2 of their lighter ships with our subs and sank a protected cruiser with our warships. It looks like Sakhalin has held out due to the fortifications built there. And yeah, we're going in, or we're gonna go into Northeast Asia full force, and Japan does not have enough stuff in Southeast Asia to protect Formosa. So we're probably going to be able to take Formosa here relatively easily, and then we're just going to be able to steamroll on into Northeast Asia. Um, Once our ships get refit with anti-aircraft, they will start moving down there. I'm actually considering, right now, I think I am going to bring that extra carrier. So, Euralis, you are going to move down to Northeast Asia. Um, oh yeah, we should move some of the Phoebes here down. So Terpsichore is going to stay where she is, because she's got that status flag, and I want that to kind of get done with. So I think Sirius, Scylla, and Naiad will move in. No, Naiad will hold back, move ships into Northeast Asia. The remaining 2 will be activated and move down. Actually, no, the remaining 3 will all be activated and move down to Southeast Asia. Do we have any idea where that Japanese cruiser is as well? Um, the Japanese CA. Are we reporting that here? No. No, we're not. Oh, wait, when are their new BBs supposed to commission? 21 and 21. Okay, so we're pretty safe. Okay, we're reporting their CA in the South Pacific. We have bases down there. I'm going to order these 2 ships to go to the South Pacific to hunt it. And bring a destroyer contingent with you, too. I'll bring the Fortune in Nah, I'll bring the Hydras. Into the South Pacific. And what I'll probably do is to compensate, I will leave I'll leave the porpoises in actually no, I'll leave the oaks. I'll leave the oaks. Move ships. Cancel ordered moves. Okay. Nope, that's not working. I hate trying to get this to work. Maybe if I do this and then do cancel ordered moves. Then do that. No. I just do like this. Maybe this will work. No? Come on. Move ships. Okay, I don't know what that did. That worked, apparently. Okay. Oak class is staying in Southeast Asia. Hydra class is going down to the South Pacific. We should still be in a good enough position here. Anyway, maybe I should. I'm not gonna send Brilliant. I wouldn't want to risk a CL fighting CAs. Or fighting a CA. So yeah, I think that is where I'm gonna call it. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been me, NoName77 Spore, and I will see you next time. Links to my Discord, Twitch, and Twitter down below if you're interested in any of those things. Bye!